Hello and welcome to the Tweed Guitar YouTube channel. Today what we're going to get into is this guy right here, which is a Keeley Blues Disorder. But this is a special one because this one isn't black with blue writing. This is a special edition one that he released on Reverb that is white. And that's not the only thing that's special about this pedal. This one has a story. It's time for story time with Dr. T. The story goes like this. I had an analog Man King of Tone. You may remember it because I did an unboxing and a demo here on this channel. Well, I waited 5 years for that pedal, and when I got it, it was good. It was real good. I enjoyed it, but I'm not really a pedal guy. Well, fast forward a few months, and all of a sudden, I noticed that my broadcast guy, the guy at our church who basically does all the mixes that goes onto YouTube for our church for that worship service, he was getting ready to have a kid, and the thing is that when you're young and you've got a few kids and you're trying to make ends meet, you know that a little bit of extra money would definitely help out. And I thought to myself, I've got this pedal that is worth easily twice what I paid for it. I think it's time for me to sell it. I think it's time to take that money and use it towards something that was good. So I did. And I enlisted my friend Jason for a little bit of help to try and sell it on Reverb. He ends up putting it onto Reverb, and he actually put in the description that the purpose was to take the profits and go ahead and give it to a family who was getting ready to have another kid. And that person who saw that story and went, you know what, I'd like to contribute to that, was Robert Keeley. Now, he would not make this public. Why would he make this public? This is not his type of thing, but I wanted to give a shout out because that was a big deal. That money did end up going to that family. And it was pretty cool that you were willing to help support this family. Thanks, Robert. That was awesome. What transpired after that was something that was very cool, where Jason and Robert started having this back and forth talking on Reverb, and he shared some pictures. And the pictures that he shared was of an OCD and that King of Tone that was sold to him. And ultimately, I believe the whole purpose behind it was to help create a circuit for a new thing he was working on in his workshop. So because of that, I needed to have this. Also, made it really cool to get the special edition one. Well, that's enough of the story. I think it's time that we take this thing out of the box and we see what we have. Go ahead and talk a little bit about what it is that it does. Now, one of the things I really enjoy, ooh, cool bag. Like that. Nice, Keeley. Is I like to see what's on the inside. And when I take a look on the inside, that's what they usually look like. Okay? This one's going to look different. Got a pick. I got a warning for California, or California residents. I have feet for the pedal, and a sticker. So as a reminder, this is what it's supposed to look like. Ooh, as a side note, that's fun. You know, it gives you a little bit of understanding of what's going on with the EQ curve, what's going on with all that stuff, as well as some places to start if you just don't know where to start. So that's kind of fun. We probably won't do it, but I like that. Okay, let's take a look. And there you go. This is the white version of it, which is super fun. I like this too. If you were one of those people that are like, I've got to have an all white pedal board, well, you missed your chance. This was your chance right there. Maybe you can get it used or something like that. Also, if you take a look at it, you have these switches on here. And the idea is when the switches are all up, then it's kind of the mode that's normal with it. So this would be the normal blues breaker mode. And then when you put it down, there you go, it's the normal OC type of mode. And then if you're like, I want the circuit that's more like a blues breaker, but I want to have the harder clipping, then you would leave it down. And if you were like, no, I want the OC type of mode, but I would rather end up having the softer clipping with that OC mode, you can do that too. So that's very cool. Another cool thing about this, and then we're going to go play it, is if you hold this thing down, the engaging switch, then what ends up happening is you can go from it being a true bypass to end up being more of a buffered bypass. So I like that because sometimes you need a buffer and sometimes you don't. So more options. We're going to start on the Pro Jr. We're going to use my 73 Tele, and then we'll switch over to something with a humbucker. Maybe the SG. We'll do that. So let's go ahead. Let's head on over to it. We're doing something different. We're going to go ahead and use the Fender Pro Jr. amp. I got a couple of mics on that thing. We're going to use the 1973 Telecaster Custom, and here's what it sounds like, cleanish. Alright, let's turn this thing on. Alright, I think that's actually pretty balanced for its EQ. Alright, here we go. Okay, now if I move to the OC side and I leave, well actually you know what, let's go ahead and put them together since that's the way it's supposed to be. Let's see how it does. Seems louder. Definitely a lot more gain on there, so I'm going to drop the drive down significantly. So that's probably more like what I would like with this, but that's the beauty of this. This pedal leaves it to where right now I've got this OC side, I've got this hard clipping, and I can flip this. And now it's a softer clipping. See, that's much more up my alley, at least. And, you know, to be fair, let's go back to that blues breaker style and that soft clipping. Need to get a little bit of that drive back, a little bit of that volume back, maybe a little bit of the tone. And a little bit more tone back, and I'm going to go ahead and now do the harder clipping with it. So this automatically already makes me feel a little bit more like this is a Marshall. Like this sounds a lot like the Marshall when a pedal is driving it. Let's go drive all the way down. Hard clipping. Okay, soft clipping with the OC. That reminds me a little bit more of the JCM 900, actually, even though we're on the OC. But this is good. Okay, you know what? Let's not do that because I forgot these are unpotted pickups. And when we're this close and we're this loud, it's going to cause some issues. All right, you know what? I think we need to try this on a humbucker, a wide range humbucker. Cuneife magnets instead of Alnico. Let's try this. Okay, I'm going to put tone at center, drive at about 11 o'clock, volume up at center. Okay, without it. Change the clipping, go down to a harder clipping. That one I like a lot more. Let's give me a little bit of this tone. All right. PAF time. We're going to do this Murphy Lab 1964 SG reissue. And you know what? Put it on the bridge. And let's give it a little bit of a sound. So pretty much the exact same thing. I didn't change any EQ. Turn on the pedal. Maybe a little bit of tone, a little bit down on the drive. Okay, that sounds really good. Gonna drop it down to the OC side. Definitely louder. Okay, humbuckers are totally my thing. Just love them, love them. This sounds really good. Let's go ahead and go up with the soft clipping. That is a lot brighter. Okay. That sounds fantastic as well. And let's go ahead and go up with the blues breaker, down with the hard clipping. So there's a lot of tones you can get out of this dude, and you know that's me keeping the drive relatively low. I'm not a huge, like, massive drive kind of guy. So that's probably where I would end up using it. Now, we should be fair though. Let's go ahead and dime it. It's already getting a little noisy. Drop the volume a little bit. I've got it on the blues breaker. Maybe down a little bit more with the volume. It's a good pedal. It's a good pedal. Good quick run through. Well, that concludes our time with the Tweed Couch Guitar YouTube channel. If you like what I do, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out the podcast, our affiliate links down below, and our social media. But remember that you are your greatest asset. Until next time.